Pretty weird. How is everybody? Listen to what they just said on the radio. Démons. Demons. Démons. We have an area where I live in Quebec where they have this area, they call it Sénégat-des-Monts. It means of the mountains. It also says demons. Demons, phobos. What I want to talk right now is 2014, the weirdest things I've been doing. Just want to tell you one thing, the weirdest thing happened. You want to hear more to this story of let's call it Black Friday? When I lost the car, computer went down. Well, where I was going to park my car was by a place next to the BMO bank. And next to that bank is an XXX sex shop. And right next to that, imagine the bank and the sex shop connected to the same building. And then next to that is a muffler place. Well, I was going to bring it in to fix my muffler, and guess what? A crazy car crash where the kid flipped over in the car, took himself out of life, and ended up against the post exactly based on where I was going to park, because there's really no other place to park in the parking lot. I do want to say that pain, okay, in your body, okay, has the letters A and I. The letters A and I come out of the letter S as the first and the ninth letter, but the S, okay, as the first letter, it's in the 2 world because it's a 10 world. It has a double digit. The only 2 that can go there are J and T. J, 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 T, 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 T. Anyways, the word Spain, A-I, says that from S, and it creates the letter J for JS at the same time. Pain, or pain, says bread. Bread is learning how to read, because pain, that is bread, and in bread is the secondary world, the B world. How to read, R-E-A-D in bread. But this is what we want to talk about right now, is 2014. 2014, the address that I go in to sort of work when I have the place I go to with the fireplace. Well, the address is 2401 at that place. Okay, the address at that place used to be 2402. 2015, okay, plus 27 equals 2042. 2402, 2401, inside 2014, inside 2015, and at the same time picks up the address in between to the house of Jacob, which I think is 2387, or 78. I'm not really sure, but 7887 is number 3223. When you multiply 23 or 32 and add them together, it equals to 3443. What's going on right now? 43rd cycle right now. 2014. The 43rd cycle ends in 2021. 43 times Michael Jackson. 43, okay? 43 times 47, okay, equals to 2021. 2021 is 41. 41 is the year we're in. 4 and 1. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 will create your 9. 1 times 5, 1 plus 5 will create your 11. The AC connection, okay? The other thing I wanted to mention is 2014, okay? If we had to count it out, equals to 81. In Roman numerals, 2014 equals to 81, so it stands for Venus. It adds up to 2095. 20 is XX, okay? 95 is C minus V. CV, 3 and 4, Earth and Mars. But in this situation here, we're counting the number in the Roman numerals over to the year of 2095, and when we flip it over to a 1010 world, it's 2014. If I had to bring it into a 7 world, I put a 7 over here and a 2 over here. Be 2027. That's your time. Everything's going to be included inside of this, okay? At the same time, the short count was 27, meaning 6 and 2 is 8, 2 and 4 is 6. The dog and the cat inside this year, 22, 24. The life of I, 22 and 9, equals to 27 and 108, if you know these numbers. 2 and 7 says win big, okay? When we bring down the 27 over here of the short count, we end up with 2041, and that's the address of where the cemetery to the house of Jacob. okay, is down the street and behind the building of 2401, across from 2402, and right next door from where I used to live, actually, where I was born. They took me out in the hospital, but everything else took place in that house. So if I add on now 108 to 2014, I get 2022, room 222, 222 times 8 equals to 1776. Just to jump off, there are 12 months of 28 days in the year. 336 equals to 12 moons. There are 12 months once every 4 years with 29 days. 348, the angel calls creation. There are 11 months with 30 days. April is the first one. Fourth month, first day, AD, AND, DNA of creation of the spirit, angel, and man. All these numbers will be multiplied because we can't get spirit, angel, and man, but in the singular of who you are, it's 11. But in the real world, it's 11, 11, 11, 13, 31, AC to CA. Same thing. Then we have 7 months of 31. This is the cube and the gateway. The cube and that gateway, okay, is, there's so many little things. You see, you need this cube, okay, inside the gateway, okay. What it means is you need a place to put it. There's only a hole there. They take this little square cube, it's got nothing else on it, and they slip it in here, okay. Or it comes like this, and you push it into the slot, and it hooks up all those areas. I'm not sure which way, or we get to cut it in half and flip it over, or there's 4 pieces, 4 pipes that go in here. I'm not really sure which way I want to see it, but I will show you the basic way, okay? This is automatically the 9 slot, okay? But it becomes the 10 because the center is joined by another world within its own world. To get 5 and 5, you have the same hole for 2 areas, counting that place twice but calling it 9 when it was actually 10 because the 5 hole, the duplication of the 5 hole. Imagine up here, there's only the 4 corners. Imagine underneath is only the 4 pieces here. The 4 corners or the 4 pieces here. They're all different. I don't know the way it goes. I have to sit down. I just want to jump around on something. Below 5 and above 5. Okay? What is that question, above and below 5? Well, it's when the man takes the ball and he throws it over to the catcher and the umpire says strike, or he calls it a ball. It's either inside or outside, below the numbers, outside or inside the batter's box. The umpire's not doing this to the batter's box. He's cutting the corners. This is where you can go. It's a batter's box. So now in this life we have to think the same way. Anyways, at 5 Celsius, it equals to 41 Fahrenheit. 4 and 1 is the Monopoly game. It's your USA. It's the 41 cents in your pocket. It's the 41 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 equals 25,625. Okay? The angel, this is how you calculate it. 32, and then add 1.8 to every degree to get your Celsius-Fahrenheit ratio. So I separate the two. 32, because it's automatically 0 area equals 32, equals 11. I have to do it on paper with somebody. Sometimes I see it very well. Sometimes I can't tell. But to explain what I see, I must be full of it if I can't actually explain. But I do know that you're not living in the hole. You go through the hole and then you go into the house. You go through the door and then into the house. The doorway, which was your gateway. Okay, so this area over here, what I'm trying to show in this area over here is, you see, you cannot stretch out anymore. Your legs only go to here, right? But this is your circle, and they call it circle 375. Okay? I don't know why, but this becomes a 375 circle. How can I explain this to you? 3 areas of 7 complete, where the 5 area is the circle of all. This and this are the same thing. I wish I could show you. See the way it turns into a football? We have to do it this way because this is your east and west. This is your north and south. Okay? These are your extremities. So we go around and we connect our extremities and we get the football inside this little hole over here. I wish I could explain it better than that. That sucks, eh? yin-yangs together. The reason, see this number 4 here and this number 4 here? The flags, these aren't number 4s. This is the letter M. It's holding up this V over here. The question is, if everything is a U, we needed a V to catch both sides because it comes around backwards. You see the way it comes around backwards here and here? Now, I'm only thinking. This is the letter M. I just ran the legs back inside, okay, for stability. So now if it was offset, you'd actually see 2 4s with a 5 and go 4, 5, 4. These are your reinforcement arms. The snakes of Pharaoh. Moses had 1 stick. Moses had 1 stick. Pharaoh had 2. Another thing I wanted to mention, I know where this came from now, the 75, because if we were playing darts, the center area of the dart over here, which would be 50, okay, the outside area is 25. So if we had to go from the center point here all the way out, we'd have to go 37.5. So 37.5 or 3.75, or 3 times 75 is 2 1/4. Switching from different kinds of calculations mathematically would say you are, the minute you get outside here, you are worth 2.25 of something. If you get out here, you're worth 2.25 of something, but the total of what you got inside was totaled 75. Does that 75 get spread out for the entire circle only, or does it get spread out for the entire of 20 numbers that are there? The 20 numbers, that would pick up 75. That would be 3 3/4, would it not? 3 3/4. Do you understand what I just said? Listen to this again. You have 20 numbers on the board. The 2 centers of the green and red equals to 75. Okay? Half of 75 is 375. How it forms so perfectly. Half of 375, okay? Now, if we had to divide it between all the 20 lines or areas that are around here, the total is 75 divided by the 20 areas will give each area 3 3/4. 3 times 20 is 60 and plus 15. The answer, 3 3/4 by 20 equals 75 equals 75 equals 75, so it all comes back to the same thing. The number looks to be perfect. So we showed you that in Roman numerals, okay, in 2014, in which the 14 is a representation of the spirit of 76. 7 times 6, 7 plus 6 equals 55. 5 alive, X, 1 life, 1 X, okay, 1 cross in your back, and the life of 4. See the life of 4? V and 1, the life of 4. You're not the life of 6. So what is the 6? Okay? Is the 6 because we're of this world, the 6? I have to rehash that. I've had that answer before. Another thing, they also look at 2014 is this way. They put 2 X's up here, it's 20. But at the same time, if it was bowling, okay, it would be a total of 30. An invisible 10. And if you really look at it, you count the circle, that'll be 15. But if you really break it up, each one of these V's has a value at 22. That would be 2 X's would be 88. 88 and 48 equals 136. Bring me the light. 36 and 20 because of Roman numerals. 156. Let me howl at the moon. V, 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 V. Anyways, okay, so now we take 48 and 14. What is 48 and 14? The year is 14, okay? And, excuse me. We can take any one we want. The X's are 20, XX is 48, X1V is 14, X1V in letters is 55. Here we get 69, here we get 62. This shows the queen. When I mix up these 2 X's with the 14, in one world, I use it this way as X24. In the other world, I use it as 14 out of the 1,000 ratio here. It should be these 2. These 2 are 103. Okay, this is Mercury. These are your 2 front teeth. 103. These 2 teeth, 52, 51, 103. Okay, bunny teeth. This one up here equals to your 86. 8 times 6 is 48. 8 and 6 is 14. 62 the queen. So we're all coming to this one right now. 7 times 2 is 14. 7 plus 2 is 9. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 is 9. 7286 inside. All in these numbers. And what month? Well, let's leave it in the month of October. And what day? The 4th. The year, the day, the month, and everything is happening all in the same numbers. 20 world. 5, 5, 5, and 5. 10 and 10. The 1 seems to split up the 2 worlds. I'm 1 and to the left, and I'm 1 and to the right. I'm 10, 10 on each side. I'm one of who I am, and let's get cooking. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. Something's going on in Spain. Somehow my CPA was rated at 78,000. That's never happened before. I really don't know what it means. I wanted to mention all the ways in 2 single digits of how we can get A and I together, and we can create tens. 1, 9, 2, 8, 3, 7, 4, 6, 5, 5. We can do it with 3 numbers. How we actually multiply, 1 times 9 is 9, 2 times 4 is 8, 3 times 3 is 9. What I did is I multiplied any number I could by A, B, C, and never going past 9. I can do this again, but now it has to be under 5. You don't want to be on 1, you don't want to be on 5, you don't want to be on 10. Okay, you want to be in between. So 1 times 4 is 4. 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 1 is 3. You have 4, 4, and 3. You have the same count I got you, 9, 8, 9, 3, 4, 3. Do you understand what I did there? Do you understand what I did? Why I did 47 and 43? Do you know that 123 times 43 is the cycle we're in? We're in the ABC cycle right now. Man of Mars, the only 2 planets that do not have the letter U. 4 by 3 will recreate the sunlight. 4 times 3, 4 plus 3 is 19. CDS, SDC, which way do you want to discuss it? It also recreates alpha beta by 3 by 4 is 12. 2012, why don't we just look at this one right here? Recreates 2012. 10. 41 is your monopoly. We get time. Spirit of the wolf. 56, 5, 6, and 1. 41 plus 6, because all zeros get a 6. We got 47. Again, another period in time. So we even have the House of David. The House of David is all around these numbers. 2402, 2401, 2395. Not only 2095, but 2395. Because the next one after 20 is 23. 20, 23, 26, 29, 32, 35. Hey man, up and down. Yeah, what's going on up there? Well, come back and ask them later. A and I, 1 and 9, letter S. SAI, how about part of Spain? A and I will now reflect as the letter P. As in roulette, 16 and 19 come together as red. S and P come together as standards of ore. It also becomes electric company as 35. AIN, 9114. Abraham. Very special. I have to learn a little bit of Spanish. I have to learn Spanish. Learn Spanish, 1 word at a time. I started we're learning sign language. A, E, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. The letter K is very special. Okay, and the reason why the letter K is special is because when you divide an X in half, creating 2 V's, and you put the body within inside of it, the V, which was once 22 on each side, is 44, now has a body as a butterfly. You can see its wings. And the K that slips in between has a K left and a K right, and a KK of 1111 equals 22. Tia, 2019, what would this be over here? Bring everything to the 10 worlds. Everything to the 10 world except for the first 2 numbers, because they're already in the 10 world. So maybe we should just bring them to the 7 world. So this would be 57, 7, 5. 5775. Why? 5785, 5786. I just got a table in here, and the first thing that happens is this. I just got the table. I just got the table. This is the first time this cat came into the house. The first time. Show everybody on public television how you lick your tail. You just show them how you lick your tail there, guy. This guy, okay, I'm going to tell you one thing. This is Mr. Macho Man. This guy has gotten laid more times, but not only gotten laid more times, he's the father of about 50 kittens. This old man over here, he does it, and he's guaranteed to make you little kittens. Well, that was one on the table. Is anybody else going up to the table? Are we going to have a party now? What's going on? Okay, I wasn't sure if I'd get this. Another thing I want to say, B and H is also part of Time Heaven, Benson and Hedges, whatever that might mean, 2 and 8. But at the same time, anything that comes with an H, the B and an H says beach. H, beach. The letter B, the letter H, the beach. So I guess we're down by the sandbox. What do you think? They're giving us all the answers for questions we haven't even asked. What am I actually doing? What am I doing? Well, what I do is I ask myself questions about things, how come and why, and then I say, okay, what mathematical equation comes out from all the differences? I take the word or whatever it is, and I take the mathematical equations, and I slip the letter value in. I look at it as per sound and not actually what the real value definition of the word is. And then I play with it until my mind automatically goes by itself. It plays tag. When it hears a word J-K-A, lay, bay, you know it's playing tag with itself. It's called rhyming. So you teach your head to rhyme and learn what goes together within your own understanding. So therefore, the belief of the understanding of the rhyme will give you a better definition to the definition of what the value might be based on not just what happens now, but based on the original 9. I need to know the original 9, when maybe the original 6. The original 6 is a spirit. The original 6 is a soul. You're alive. You're an X-Man. We're in the world called Earth, and all the basics, all the guaranteed things that you really believe. And that's what I basically do. Like if you said to me pain, I would look at the word, and inside the word it says old man. Inside the word N-A-I says I have been born. Inside the word of pain and bread, I see it too, which is bar none. Because when you take a 1 and you put it in the middle of a circle, you create the circle into 2 areas. So you bar none, which was 1, and because you put a bar in between 1 in the center of nothing, you actually created 2 sides, plus yourself. Bar none is 1. Now you have 1 and 4. That's how you created your 44, 4, 1, 4, 4 times 4 and 4 plus 4 is 16 P and H, which is actually 1 times 4 and 1 plus 4 is 4 and 5, which is the sun. Some kind of electricity that makes all these components work the way they do. We're in the month of April. The word April is a 52-letter count. April is the 4th month. And if you didn't know, ABC equals 6. D is the 4th angel. You're man 6 because it took ABC to make you. Now you become the D angel, which is 4. That's your 6 and 4. A, B, C, D added together equals to 10. A times B times C equals to 6, times D equals to 24 hours a day of 10 man. 10 is an X letter, meaning 10, and 24 is the X letter, and the placement of the alphabet is 34, equaling to the numerological value in the numbers world and not in any other world as the number 1, as O-N-E equals to 34, but also in Pythagorean, O-N-E would be 5, 5, and 6, which would be number 16, give me the number 1 light. So I guess inside what 1 is, 1 might be the circle of the yin and the yang with inside herself. And inside the brass, okay, there's little holes that would include the light and probable areas. Or she's just a complete film. It connects to the front like the balloon. She'd be at the beginning of the balloon where the hole is, and it would go all the way around, and we create I don't know. I still have to do one more thing. I have to take me out to the ball game. The pitch is high, the pitch is low, the pitch is outside. Hit with a pitch outside, 4th inning, 5th inning. It's beginning to rain. The man comes out. They're selling hot dogs. Take me out to the ball game. Harry Carey, Chicago. All the White Sox. Look at the Red Sox down in Tampa Bay, the Devil Rays. We're going out to California. The Angels are playing. What about the Dodgers? Don't dodge this ball. But Frisco is taking down the stadium. No more candlesticks. 6-foot bowling, you take them down only with the ball. Candles go up and candles get blown out. Take me out to the red machine where we can see the rows fly, the bench that comes behind the plate. Take me into where there's an expose, only place that you'll ever find an O. They call it the big O that made nothing. But we also have something that goes with it, and that's the orange julep to the big O that was an orange top. But anyways, that never went down. Where am I going to go? Baseball, yes. How about being brave? How about a Marlin? Going down to Detroit? I don't remember the name of their team. That's pretty sucky, but I know the Pistons and the Red Wings are out there, so I can't forget about that. How about them Tigers? Yeah. How about them Cardinals? Yeah. Texas Stadium. San Francisco. Where are they playing ball? I thought the stadium was coming down. Or am I just a little bit out of wink-whack? Chicago has 2 teams, the White Sox and the Cubs. They have Cubs and they have Bears? You mean the Bears had little Cubs in Chicago? Wow. Could have been a Yankee. Might have been a Met. Could have been a 4 6-pack. I don't know. But I feel a little wet. You know what? Have you ever seen cats change color? Oh, there used to be a beige one there, and now there's not. And up you go. Come on, everybody. I got you a nice table. Come on, everybody. Happy birthday to these cats. This is their birthday, sure. They're another day old in this apartment. Oh, there's Lazy on the floor. Hey, Snoopy. You ever really design Snoopy ears? I mean, Snoopy ears are the yin and the yang, the black and the white. So what didn't I do? There's something in here that I didn't do. I have to take a look at something. Let me see what I can do here. Okay, yes. I was working on that. What? Who? Tennessee? They ain't got no baseball down in Tennessee. No Dakotas. They ain't got no baseball in the Dakotas. You know they got to stop up there by Green Bay. You know everybody's got to go up towards them Great Lakes, squeeze in between Canada, get them Minnesota Twins, Green Bay Packers. Does Green Bay have a baseball team? Do they call it Milwaukee? But I knew if it was a brewery, I just have to send over Laverne and her good friend Shirley. Surely she'd know. Chi, I, B and H, C and G, things that create 10, and the vowels that go with them. Because anytime something creates 10, T, 2 and 8, B and H creates 10, you automatically have to put J in front, because that's how the 10 was created. Do you know how G is created? 313 equals G. Saint? How about Sith? AIS 1919 1919142019. I showed you this yesterday. Number 52, you see it? All I did is I designed an E. All I did is make this box, okay? It's the M letter, but I'm holding up. At the same time, it shows you Shin in Hebrew, okay? When I make the E letter, you see the way I joined it here, like a sigma? So there's an M here, there's an M here, but it creates EM inside of it. It recreates, you see this over here? See the way it recreates the A? Okay? And they're held together. It's like a bridge or a roadway of some sort. But it keeps showing A and E, A and E. There's different things it shows, and I'm not really getting into the totality. I'm just showing you how it works. But I know this guy with those initials, A and E. Albert Ernie Stein. Einstein. Well, we all know that Noah came and went. We all know that A and I is also in the month of May. Baseball songs, baseball games, the batter's box with a ball that passes. This is the strike zone. We throw a ball through the strike zone. So if that round ball catches that corner, that's good. You see, with a square plate, there's more place to catch than with a round corner. You'd have to be lined up You see the angle keeps changing because you're going around all the time. Another thing, the trident, it's the first two connects to the top world, and then the light on the inside. Another thing I wanted to mention, in the same square, point A, point C. Point B is an area that cannot be interrupted between the beginning and the end. The distance in between will be the center. So it would be ABC, 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 and then it would be this, the open center, which will never start on A because the A's are all on the outside. AC is all on the outside. So you can only start on B. And then 5, which is another A because that would be in the center. So here's your dart, your flower. It also looks like the letter E, which is 5, but if you turn it around, it looks like a 3. This 151, I forget what the reason was. Was it the clock? There was something about this. I don't remember what it was. I don't know. But what I do know is if I took this one and I put it in between here, it'll turn into a 96. See? 9, 6. It ended up to be 1961. Changes the whole situation. Okay, I'm going to look at one more thing. There's just so many. No, this is not finished. Did I show this? Did I show that all I did is design the letter F? I designed all the letter F all the way down. See the F? And then it crosses over here. We even design it like, I'm only doing designs we've already done before. Okay? Designs connected to other designs, what other designs can do and why. Doesn't this look like a long, 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 long truck? And this is the roof, which you can't see down. And this is a long, 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 long bridge all the way out here. And this one came all the way over here. It's like all different levels, this thing. The same thing as this. See this ship? See let's go kick 3 points. Alpha, Omega, upside down. Let's kick some field goals. The other and last thing I wanted to say is, what did I want to say? I'm trying to remember. The hockey rink and the billiard table. Trying to remember. The eye patch, Hilton design, tennis scores. Different ways and reasons why we have different scores in tennis. Okay? And what the significance is, the reason why. And we go to 40-40, but we never say 45-45. And then we say deuce because it's between 2, and you need 2. One little tiny thing. If this was the way the field goal had to be set up, we'd give it number 81 would be right over here, and then 41 would be here, and 32 would be here. What do you think? Thank you for watching.